Hello everyone. Happy Friday. How are you doing? I'm doing okay. I am tired. This week was busy. Last week was busy too. This week I'm starting to feel it. So I'm glad it's Friday. Glad the weekend is coming up so I can rest and restore. This week has been both fast and slow. There's a lot going on, a lot of energy. I had a very interesting dream. I had a very, very interesting dream about KAMALA. And the dream I had, she was upset in a dream. But the upset, we were talking about everything that happened. And there were other women there. I didn't know who they were. And KAMALA had a binder. She had this big binder. And she was upset, but it was like driving her, moving her forward, this upset of what happened. And we were talking about what happened, and she was saying, look at this, look at what this person said and what this person is saying, and she was really, really upset. And I woke up and I was like, that was strange. I've never had her visit me in my dreams. Never had a dream about her. First time. So that lets me know that something is shifting, something is happening. I don't quite know what. But I could feel it today in particular that something is changing. I don't know what it is though, but it feels important. I have premonitions through my dreams, especially when something is going to happen. And this wasn't a nightmare. I didn't feel upset when I woke up. But anyway, something's happening. Okay. We have a lot to get through today. I'm not sure if it'll be 2 hours. I always say that, and then it ends up whatever. I need some water. But I channeled a few people. Something really crazy happened when I was channeling someone. Okay. Wow. It affirms this thing that's happening to me. But I channeled all women. I just realized. I didn't know who I was going to channel, and a message popped up, and it made me think about something, and made me want to channel this person. Okay, so I'll talk about that in a second. I just want to do real quick housekeeping stuff. If you want a personal reading, you can go to my Ko-fi. It's in the description of my channel, the link. If you need the link, you can comment down in the video, or you can email me at moonlightennergy15@gmail.com. For those of you who are waiting for your readings, you'll get an email from me. The new ones who requested, most recent, you'll get an email from me with an update. You guys should get your readings either tonight or Sunday, okay, if you haven't gotten it yet. What else? Personal readings. Oh yes. Channel recommendation. Indigo Corner, Dr. Ken. Please check him out. He is so good. He is so creative and nurturing, and his energy is so warm. He needs more subscribers. Okay, let's get him more. Let's get him up. Okay, let's at least get him past 300. Okay, guys, so go check him out. He has some really good readings up there. He's just so good. Indigo Corner, guys. Okay, go check him out. Go watch his videos, and subscribe, please. Congratulations to Trish. Archangel channel is doing well. Congratulations to Dr. Ken too. He's doing well. He's pushing forward. He's putting up videos. I like when new channels. I like when they push forward and they keep going. It's very motivating for me as well. Okay, guys. So that's that. Let's get into it. So, as you saw that I posted in the posts tab, the community tab, the image of with all the information of all the boycotts, and today is the economic boycott when we're not buying anything. Hopefully, if you could do that. And I saw in the cards that when I in the Let's Chat video, if you guys haven't watched that, please watch it. I had an interesting conversation with Jesus, and I pulled for the collective for the month of March, and it looked pretty good. Okay, so go check that out in the Let's Chat video if you haven't. But the economic boycott is today, and I saw a comment that had a really good point. There are people who work at Amazon. There are people who sell on Amazon. They have small businesses on there as well, and that will affect them. And that's a good point, and I absolutely agree with that. And it made me think. I sat with that, and it made me think of the Montgomery boycott, the bus boycott, and it made me think of like the sacrifice that a lot of Black people made in deciding not to ride the bus, because that was for a lot of them their main source of transportation. They didn't have cars like that, and it made me sit and think about the sacrificing their physical health, having to walk far, walk everywhere. Their feet, women had to walk. They, a lot of them were servants and maids, and they walked many, many miles. Some of them lost their jobs because they couldn't make it to work. Their safety was put at risk because people were angry. How dare you? We know you don't have any rights. You can't sit where you want, even though you pay the same fare. You have to give your seat up to a white person if the bus is full, even though you paid. That's their seat. It's not your seat, really. But they were upset that they boycott, but there was sacrifice. And they were resourceful, and they supported each other, but they did this to make a stand and say, you cannot do this to us. We pay money. We put into your business. And you cannot keep us separate. You cannot treat us this way. And all of this, making this sacrifice, it was a big sacrifice. They came up with systems to driving each other. Okay. They were resourceful in supporting each other. Black taxi drivers stepped in. They even had some white people step in, and employees driving their maids because they needed the help. But what I'm saying is that organizing a system of carpools and people volunteering their vehicles, and through the sacrifice, creating these resources in this system. And I'm saying all this to say, yes, people will be affected. And I guess I know people sell their products, especially on Amazon. They have small businesses. And having empathy there and having compassion there, that they could very well be affected. And yes, you know, Jeff Bezos is he has billions of dollars at the end of the day. However, when I think about Montgomery bus boycott and how much people saying, I'm not going to buy your stuff, or people saying, I'm taking this stand and I'm not going to give you my money. And that was a huge inconvenience, you know, because there was a lot of people's main source of getting around. It affected them greatly. It affected them greatly financially, this business. And was the main catalyst for the Civil Rights Act. So I feel like where we are now as a country, and having an administration, a president, quote unquote president, I use that lightly, who doesn't want us to have a way of living. He doesn't even want us to exist. You know, they don't want us to have our own businesses and, you know, financially be able to provide for ourselves. They're constantly putting up roadblocks for that all the time, every time. And so when you have companies, like when you have big companies and you have the owners of said big companies supporting that person and basically saying to us, we don't care about y'all, while we spend and spend and spend in their business. And I get it's difficult to just back off because, yes, it's ingrained within us, but there's so many other businesses out there who do similar things, you know, smaller businesses, granted. But I think this calls for us being resourceful. This calls for us helping one another. This calls for us developing a system, because they have to know you can't do that to us. You can't support someone who does not want us to live. And it also makes me think back to what happened with Black Lives Matter, you know, and that movement. And so movements work, and there are sacrifices. And I'm not saying it's so, you know, the sacrifice is okay, you know, for the greater good. It's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we got to be resourceful. And if you have a small business, if you do sell on Amazon and you also happen to have your own website, please send me the information and I will promote you on my channel. I will use my platform to promote you. Okay, guys? So you could email me at moonlightergy15@gmail.com, because we have to be together in this. I think this is a message. This is what part of my dream was, that, you know, that we need to stand together. We can't do this without, it's the people, it's the message, it's the theme of every message that I get. And when I spoke with Jesus and and he did, you know, we have to be together. Okay, so again, if you have a small business and you have a website, or you have a card and you want me to promote, I will do so. That doesn't cost me anything. Okay, we have to share resources and information and develop systems, because that's what they did in Montgomery. Okay, guys. Okay. All right, so that's that. Should I do channel message? You know what? I'm gonna quickly. I did scrying. It was hard. I think because I'm a little tired, but I did some scrying after my dream. I did some scrying this morning, and I asked about Kamala's. I asked about Kamala's outcome, and you know what's gonna happen with her, and they showed me a few things. First of all, I saw the very first image I saw was people, and I saw the backs of their heads, and it was a little bit color. It was different. It was like, again, it was like a searchlight, but it wasn't a literal searchlight. It was just how the image was being shown to me. It was like going in and out. And it was Washington that I was being shown, and it looked like people standing. It looked like people standing around the National Mall. It was a crowds and crowds of people, and I was standing behind someone, and I felt like I was trying to get in front of them, but it was so jam-packed with people. That's what I saw, and then the image quickly went away. And then I was like, okay. I don't know what that was. Then I saw purple mountains again very quickly, and then it faded away. And I know it was fading so fast because I was tired. I'm tired, but I was like, okay. And then I looked up at the mirror. I looked at the top, and I saw a man again in a suit, and the same man. But I kind of felt like it was Biden, but it was quick. But it kind of looked like the shape of Joseph Biden. I don't know if it was him though. Then that image quickly went away. And then I was just staring, and it was nothing really happening. And then I said, can you, I asked again, can you please show me? And then what did I see after that? I saw the window again with the tree. And then that went away quick. And I said, okay. And then I asked again, and then I saw a butterfly. It was a huge butterfly, and its wings was flapping. And I said, oh wow. And that was it. That was the end of that vision. So actually, when I saw the butterfly flapping, it was like, it was the shroud again I saw, but it was smaller this time. It wasn't this big, dark, flapping, flowing shroud. It was small. And the shroud was moving towards the butterfly, but then the butterfly would fly towards it, and it would retreat the shroud. That's what I saw. And it was like back and forth. At first I was like, what is this? But as I'm processing it, that's what it was. And this time the shroud, before, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, the black shroud I saw was when I asked about Donald Trump. The first time I ever looked in the scrying mirror, what would his outcome be? And I saw that black shroud, and it made me tear up. I didn't tear up this time looking at it. And it was probably, the black shroud probably meant that this was right before he was so-called, what is it called? Sworn in, so-called. sworn in. But yeah, but this time the shroud was smaller. It was much, much smaller. It was like just like a arm. It looked like it kept going towards the butterfly. And when the butterfly would flap towards it, it would retreat. So you could decipher how that, what that means. With butterflies, transformation, change, healing, and making that darkness, that dark shroud retreat. That was interesting. That was the scrying mirror vision I had this morning. Okay, guys? All right, so let's get into the channel messages. Okay. I channeled all women, and the first person I channeled, Mary Church Terrell. Happy Black History, guys. Okay. So Mary Church Terrell, born Mary Church. She was a civil rights activist. She was an African American civil rights activist, a journalist. She identified as a writer. She was a teacher. She was the first African American woman to earn a college degree. Okay. She taught Latin at M Street School in Washington, I believe, in D.C., now called Paul Laurence Dunbar High School, it's called now. She did so much. She helped found the National Association of Colored Women. Was she part of it? I think she was. Her father was one of the first black millionaires. Became a very wealthy man in Tennessee. He opened a saloon, and he was denied licensure because he was black. And he sued for violating the Civil Rights Act of 1866, and he won, and he grew rich by buying property for one of the first black millionaires. So that's interesting. So I saw her name, and I was like, let me just channel with her. There was something about her that made me feel, I felt drawn and compelled to channel her. Okay, Mary Terrell. All right, so I asked her, what does she think of the current status of the United States? And she said, first of all, when she greeted me, I greeted her, she said, hello. And I could see an image of her sort of lazily sitting in a chair. And there's this, her personality is laid back. And there's this very much like, I know she was a writer, she was a journalist, she was a teacher, but she gave me like an artist sort of energy. Like if she wasn't any of those things, she would be an actress. That's what it felt like in her energy. But she greeted me, she said hello, and I asked her how she was doing, and she said I've been better, but I'm okay. That's what she said. I've been better, but I'm okay. Anyway, I asked her about the status of the U.S. She said, I feel that it could be better. Things have changed, but it's a shame how it is now. I asked about Donald Trump. She said, he's the president. And she like pointed like, he's the president? Then she said, he's a fake and a phony. He doesn't belong where he currently is. There are plans for him. And then I asked what plans. She said, I can't see. Hold on. Plans that won't be good. Plans for him to go. Plans that won't be good. Plans for him to go. I said, hold on. All right. I asked her, how could we fight? And she said, go down to your, she speaks so, when I asked her this question, she became very passionate. There wasn't a lazy, she has she has a little bit of a southern accent, but there wasn't, it actually sounded more, wow. She became very passionate when she was speaking about this and speaking sharply. She said, go down to your local government and tell them how you feel. Organize. Do not let them get away with, do not let them get away with this. It won't work anyway. No, she said, hold on. Yeah, she said it won't work anyway. And I said, why won't it work? She said, because they don't have the strength or the fortitude to get things done. Talking about this administration. I asked her about Kamala. She said, Kamala has the kind of intelligence that is needed in this day and age. People don't want to believe it, but she will be the one to lead in a way that will shock this nation. Hold on. Words are hard for me today. People don't want to believe it, but she will be the one to lead in a way that will shock the nation. That's what she said. Mary Church Terrell. Look her up. Look her up. Next person I did was Nina Simone. Nina Simone. I love her music. I loved her attitude. She was a very complicated woman. She, from what I understand in channeling with her, she has big energy, first of all. She's very powerful. She's funny. She's explosive. And you kind of don't see it coming. And the way she expresses herself. She was very complicated. She had some issues with her mental health. But she really she too was a civil rights activist. She spoke up through her creativity, and she felt that people who were in similar positions as her had a duty to speak about, to create in regards to speak up about what was happening at that time. Does that make sense? Okay. But she was so, I wanted to just talk to her all day. She made me very emotional. She's interesting. She's like no other type of energy I've ever encountered outside of Jesus. Okay? But she was waiting for me. I felt it when I channeled to her and she said hello. And she said, you have some questions to ask me? And I said, yes. She said, let's get to it. Ask me some questions. And so I asked her about the status of the United States, and she said, I think we are all here now in this crisis. She spoke in the we. I think we are all here now in this crisis for a purpose. The purpose to love, the purpose to demand that we all take action. Only then will things change. Hold on. Only then will things change. What is that word? Okay. Only then will things change truly for the better. This is Nina Simone, guys. I asked her about Donald Trump. She said her energy was so calm at points, and then it would get very up there. But she said, he reminds me of my song Sinner Man. He can't see 5 steps in front of me. Words. Let me start over. He reminds me of my song Sinner Man. He can't see 5 steps in front of himself. And then she yelled so loudly, he's blind. And she did like this with her hands, and it startled me because I did not expect her to do that. She said, he's blind, like that. And I said, oh. And then I paused and I looked up. I know the song Sinner Man. Look up those lyrics, please. And then she showed me an image of 3 blind mice. And I kind of heard her humming it a little. It was so wild. But she said that. Please look up those lyrics, okay? And then she said, then she calmed down. And she said, he shouts with words that mean nothing. So we shouldn't listen to him. And I said, how do we fight? She said, this made me tear up. I got very, very emotional. This made me tear up. She said, you have to create. Creation is the greatest power against oppression. You have to love. Creation is love. Love is power. Then she said to me, she said, love is power. Say that out loud. Love is power. I'm going to repeat that, okay? Because that was powerful to me. You have to create. Creation is the greatest power against oppression. You have to love. Creation is love. Love is power. Say that out loud. Love is power. I got the sense from her, she really loved love. Being in love. That's what the feeling I got. I asked about Kamala. Oh my goodness. What she said. She said, I had to pause when I heard her say this, and I was like, Miss Nina. She said, Kamala is a bitch. Excuse my language, guys. That's what she said. And she laughed, and she said, that's what men call her. Men who are intimidated by her. Men who do not understand her. Her power. She said, they called me a bitch. And then she said I was. She said, being one shows how untouchable she is. She said Kamala stands in her power and her knowing. Then I asked her, will Kamala be president? She said this country doesn't deserve her. But yes, she will be. That's what she said. Oop, I said how. I asked how, rather. She said, you know how. She said, you know how. No, she repeated. She said, you know how. And then she said, you know how. The people, it's always us. And that was that. That was that. That was that. Nina Simone. Power. She said Kamala is a... Oh, man. She's in my top. She's in my top people I've talked to. Jesus is in there. Frederick Douglass. Maya Angelou. There's so many. Anyway. Next person I channeled was Miss Rosa Parks. But before I talk about her, we know who Rosa Parks is, right? She said, I ain't getting up. But before Rosa Parks, okay, there was Claudette Colvin. She was the first to say, no, I'm not giving up my seat at 15 years old. Okay, but she was not made the face because controversially at that time she was an unwed mother. Okay, but I found an interview she did this week, actually, recently. I'm going to read it to you guys, okay? So when she was 15, she was arrested for not giving her seat up to a white woman 9 months before Rosa Parks, okay? Claudette Colvin. This is an interview from yesterday, actually. It says, often overshadowed by the more widely known story of Rosa Parks, Claudette Colvin's bravery on March 2nd, 1955 was a powerful testament to the spirit of resistance and the pursuit of justice. She said, I'm a part of the Montgomery bus boycott story. 9 months before Rosa Parks was arrested, I was arrested for the same thing. She was in handcuffs at 15 years old for taking stand against racist laws. She said under Jim Crow, the bus driver can ask if the bus becomes at full capacity. They can ask for the black people, the colored people, to get up and give their seat to a white person. The reason why she didn't give up her seat, she said, is because history had her glued to the seat. It felt like Harriet Tubman's hand was pushing me down on the shoulder, and Sojourner Truth's hand was pushing me down on another. These two iconic women inspired me to say, Claudette, it's time for you to say no to Jim Crow. And that same resilience was passed down to her son Randy. I thought it was honorable and a blessing to be able to stand. Like if they wanted to do something, it was rewarding to me to say, no, I'm not going to do that. Say no. I always say that. His mother's steadfastness is the reason Randy Colvin said he is the man he is today. One thing she would do when I say consistent, she always talked about the value of education and good honorable work, ethical work, things like that. In order to see progress against racial inequality, 85-year-old 𝐒𝐨𝐺𝐿 said, the youth will have to come together and bring about change. We have overcome some of the barriers that have kept us back, she said, but there is still a lot of work to be done. Okay, so that is 𝐒𝐨𝐺𝐿. I wanted to give her the space to mention her, because she jumped us off too. Okay. All right. So Rosa Parks. We know who Rosa Parks is. She was the face of the Montgomery bus boycott. She refused to give up her seat, and she was arrested for it. And she was chosen as the face, as the perfect person to represent this stand. Okay, so I channeled with her, and she's very delicate. Her energy, very sweet, very gentle, kind. She felt like she was gossiping with me. Like, but there's also a strength and a knowing behind her energy as well. Okay. So the first thing I asked her was about the status of the United States. She said, I think things will be okay. She speaks sort of like, oh goodness. That's what it felt like. I think things will be okay. There's a fight coming. A big one. That's what she said. I said, oh, okay. And I asked her what fight? And she showed me, before she spoke, she showed me her marching, arm in arm with people, and she was marching. She showed me that. And she said hold on. The kind where only good things can happen. I know y'all are afraid, but you will be all right. We are behind you. That's what she said. We are behind you. I asked about Donald Trump. She started shaking her head, and she said, oh dear, I should ask, how did he ever get into the White House? But I don't have to, do I? She said in a soft voice, oh dear. And I asked her, is he going to last as president? And she did this. She waved her hand like, no. And she said, he's not going to last long. I can tell you that. She said, no. And I said, I asked about what would that look like. I asked, what would his end as president look like? She said, he's not supposed to be there. They will find that out. They will find that out. And I said, I asked, who's they? And she said, the men in suits. No, I don't know who they are. The men in suits. No, I don't know who they are. I didn't ask further because she didn't know. She wasn't going to be able to tell me that. Anyway, I asked her, how can we fight? She said, hit them where they love. Hit them where they love the most. Their money. I could never imagine we got where we were because of what we did. But it worked, and I have felt blessed ever since. Hit them where they love the most, their money. And this is where it got crazy. For me, okay? This is another, well, anyway, I asked her about Kamala, and she smiled and put her hand to her cheek, and she said, she reminds me of Effie. I said, what? She said, she reminds me of Effie. And I was like, who is that? And I will tell you who Effie is in a second. But keep that in mind, okay? She said she reminds me of Effie. And then she said she will go far. She has been chosen by God. I see it as clear as day. She will be president. And so I said, okay. When she said she reminds me of Effie, I Googled, was there someone named Effie during the civil rights movement? And this woman came up. I've never heard of her before, and I should have. I feel a little bit ashamed based off of who she is. Effie Robinson, okay? She was the first African American to graduate from UC Berkeley social welfare program. She became a social worker. She became a social worker in the field where the majority of social workers, majority meaning all, were white. And she was a civil rights activist. She created, she worked at the Felton Institute, at the time called Family Service Agency. She was a caseworker. She became acting director in the 40s and the 50s. She's from California, okay? Effie Robinson. She reminds me of Effie. She is from California, okay? I believe she was born outside of San Francisco. She lived in San Francisco, okay? She developed many youth programs. She was a advocate for Black children and adolescents being adopted. She pushed that heavy. She did so much, so much as a social worker in California, okay? And she was an Alpha Kappa Alpha, like Kamala. Both went to UC, University of California. Kamala went to University of California Law School, after she finished at Howard. And this woman, Effie Robinson, went to UC Berkeley and was the first African American to earn a degree there. Okay, and she was also in a sorority, in the same exact sorority as Kamala Harris. And my head exploded. I said, what? I said, what? She became the director of human relations and tenant services for the San Francisco Housing Authority in 1964. Incredibly decorated as a social worker. Oh, man. And she was in the same sorority as Kamala. And Rosa Parks said, she reminds me of Effie. And this is another thing for me that affirms that this is I'm this is happening. Not that I think it's not real. I didn't think that what I do is not real. But when you get things like that, that affirms with JFK and Frederick Douglass, and now Rosa Parks saying, oh, she reminds me of Effie. And this woman is from California, is in the same sorority as Kamala Harris, highly decorated, civil servant, serve the people, civil rights activist. Come on. Anyway, I channeled her because I was like, I gotta talk to her. I have to talk to her. Effie Robinson, guys, look her up, okay? Anyway, I asked her about how she felt about the status of the United States. She said she has a very jolly personality. Her energy was like jolly. She said, well, now things haven't changed, I see. The system has improved, but there's still a fight to go. That's what she said. Asked about Donald Trump. She said he's just like any white rich man, like him. Poor in spirit, poor in soul, lacking. Oh wait, hope. Hold on, what does that say? Looking, not lacking, looking to get rich quick, but fails at life in general. She's incredibly intelligent. I felt in her energy. She's so intellectual. And I asked her, will he last? And she said, no. She laughed. She said, no, he won't. People know too much now. That's what she said. People know too much now. And I said, well, how? She said, with information coming out, the people will know more than he wants them to. This is the shift that I'm feeling. With information coming out, people will know more than he wants them to. I asked her, I said, how do you know Rosa Parks? She said, we're up here. She laughed, or giggled, sort of. And she said, we're up here together. We talk all the time. This is crazy. This is crazy. We are up here together. We laugh. We talk all the time. Anyway, I asked her, how can we fight? She said, know the law. Know your rights. You have many. Straight into the point. I asked about KAMALA, and I heard the AKA sound. Look that up. I'm not going to say it because I'm not an AKA, okay? I heard her make that sound. The greeting. Wow. And she said, she's my sister. She is me. She works hard. She is chosen to go far. She won't stop. She will be president and more. That's what she said. Effie Robinson. First Black African American woman to graduate from UC Berkeley with a degree in social welfare and became a social worker and is highly decorated. Served her people, served the people as well. She did so much. You see? She reminds me of Effie. Crazy. Crazy. All right, guys, I did KAMALA. I had a dream about her. Like I said before. And so her energy felt different. Felt the same in that hold on, I'm trying to put this in order of how we have faith. Okay, this is the last. This is the first. Okay. I sort of just sat in her energy. I didn't say anything at first. I just listened. I heard her voice say, "We are close to change." And then I heard her say, we will go down in history as the ones who led the charge. That's what I heard her say. And I said, what? Then I heard her say, I heard her say, "Be safe, be wary of any information coming out that appears false." And then, okay, I'll say that after. Be safe, be wary of any information coming out that appears false. I didn't ask her anything. She wasn't talking to me. She was talking, it felt like it was like a memo or something she was saying to someone or writing in an email or private email. And then I heard her say, "We got this." I asked her, does she believe she will be president? And she said, "Yes, I do now." I'm not making prediction, guys, okay? And then I said, "How?" She said, "Things have changed vastly and quickly." I don't know. Anyway, but I asked her, when will this happen? Or something to that effect. She said, "I'm not quite sure yet, but wait and have faith." I asked her, will we get through this crisis? She said, "We have faced many crises. We have," hold on. She said, "We have faced," what is going on? "We have faced many crises. We have won against tyranny. We will win once more." Sorry, my phone is talking. "We will win once more," is what she said. What is going on over there? Scooter. Okay, alright, so that was Kamala. Okay, so that was interesting. I did not expect that to happen. I didn't expect to channel Effie Robinson and to find out who she is. A social worker who is incredibly important. And I feel I should have known that. So I'm going to continue to read. I'm going to continue to read up on her. Wow. Okay. What am I doing next? Where are we with time? Okay. I'm going to pull for Democrats and Republicans for the month of March and see what's going on there. I'm going to pull for Kamala. I want to pull for Donald Trump as well. And this new information that came out about him. Everything I say here, guys, is for entertainment purposes only, for informational purposes only. Okay, and everything said here is alleged. and as well in the comments as well. Okay. All right, but his alleged being a KGB agent or a Russian soldier, as JFK said. He's a Wakefield. But I'm gonna do. Let's look at the Democrats for the month of March. Okay, let's see what's going on there. Democrats for the month of March. Oh dear. Democrats for the month of March. Can you show me, please? Can you show me? Jeez, what's going on with you guys? Going through it? Y'all are going through it, eh? Actions. Can you show me actions, please, as well? Okay. Magician, the Emperor. Let me show you guys the card before I just put them down, okay? All right, so real quick, we have the, is this the 2? Yeah, 2 of Wands. Okay. The 5 of Cups. 2 cups behind you. You gotta look behind you. 9 of Swords. Interesting. The Magician, pulling a rabbit out of its hat. The Emperor. Okay. Two of Cups. Page of Wands is there too. 4 of Cups. Four of Cups. That goes here. Page of Cups. Page of Cups goes. Page of Cups is Mark Rutte, by the way. He always shows up. Page of Cups goes here. Interesting. Again, guys, this is Democrats for the month of March. The Fool. New beginnings. That goes here. Actually, I think it goes here. Four of Pentacles. They ain't letting something go. They're saying no to something. It goes up here. No, hold on. Hold on. Let me think. Let me see what I'm hearing. What are they holding on to? Just tell me to put it here. Knight of Swords. That goes here. The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune goes right here. We have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Right here, there's some disharmony. We have the Moon. Some confusion. I feel like this is current energy right now, moving into March. Yeah. I feel that. Page of Swords. Tell me to put it here. Interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. All this newness moving up. Page of Wands. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. Okay, it goes here. All right. Okay, so Democrats for the month of March. Coming into the month of March, is this energy here I feel is present currently. Let me just ask my pendulum. Right here, starting off, this is where we are. Next month is social work month. Okay, shout out to my social workers. Past, present, and future. We never stop. All right, so back to the reading. Is this current energy? These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards here. Is this current energy? Is this the energy the Democrats are moving into with the month of March? Yes. So you can see it's saying yes. Okay. Yeah, that's what I felt. So we have the Two of Wands, okay, looking out, perhaps waiting for something to come in, and perhaps it didn't. You know, some sort of news is delayed, or there's confusion with the Moon there on top. Sense of confusion. Things still being shrouded, perhaps. And the Ten of Pentacles in reverse is disharmony. A loss of money, perhaps. This is like the funding, maybe the donations from the people, perhaps. It's not coming in, trickling in like they expected it to, this coming into the month of March. The lack of resources with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. That's what it feels like. And so it's causing this, you know, you have the Four of Pentacles here. It could be a financial strain. And the Five of Cups is here as loss. Grief and loss, losing something. Okay, and it's this Pentacle in reverse here. And it feels like perhaps they're not getting as many donations from the people. And their pockets are tight. Okay. you know, with the Four of Pentacles there. They might be doing some penny pinching. There's a loss there coming into the month of March, it feels like. But it doesn't feel like, it feels like about them. Okay, and there's worry there with the Nine of Swords. Worry, anxiety, you know, the Four of Cups here. They might have a low morale coming into the month of March with the Four of Cups there. They could also be in deep contemplation, trying to figure out what to do. I don't necessarily see friction. I don't see friction amongst members, amongst representatives for the Democratic Party, but I do see like, you know, it could also be here with the Four of Cups. It's like they're also saying no to things, okay? And it could also be with the Four of Pentacles. They're saying no and holding on to something that's like, we're not letting this go. But there's some loss around it. And it's causing some fear and worry. But what I learned about the Nine of Swords, shout out to Dr. Ken from Indigo Corner, is the Nine of Swords is also, it's saying that things will be okay. You don't have to really worry. And that's what the Nine of Swords encourages to, you know, sometimes the Nine of Swords is like the worst fear coming true, but it's really not fear, it's fear. It doesn't mean it's true or real, okay? So what the message of the Nine of Swords is saying, like you have to turn your mind away from the anxiety and the worry and focus on moving forward, focus on healing. Things aren't as bad as they seem, okay? And so as the energy shifts and moves into the month, things are picking up. Like we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 major cards here. We have the Wheel of Fortune, and look, it's on top of the Nine of Swords. And that is the message. Hey, it's okay. Okay. We have the Wheel of Fortune on top here. We have the Magician coming in from the Nine of Swords, and the Fool there. They're going to take some risks. They're going to be, this energy feels like, there are the bells. This energy feels like, take no prisoners. And moving in from this heavy, kind of heaviness to like, oh no, we're good. So there will be, as we move into mid-March, there'll be like a sharp turn or big change that will bring them luck with the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune, you know, yes, I'm looking at the other cards though. The Wheel of Fortune, the message is like your luck can turn either way, but it's based on how you move through the world, what you put out there. It's a card of karma as well. Okay, but we have the Magician here, we have the Fool. So this Fool card feels like a take no prisoners sort of energy, where they're like stepping out of their comfort zone or doing things differently, okay, because of whatever this is down here. They sort of like snap out of it. Okay, and then you have the Magician here. The Magician is so powerful. They manifest. They have manifesting power. They have everything they need for success with the Magician. And I also say with the Magician that the Magician is tricky, right? Because they could be unassuming. It could look like they could make themselves look like they are in this energy, downtrodden and beat down. But that's not what's happening here. With the Magician card, it literally shows you a trick. Like, oh, look what we have, this rabbit that I just pulled. So there's going to be some success here through their own risk taking. That's going to cause a new beginning, a fresh start for them. Okay. We have the Emperor moving in here. Leadership, leaders, being in control, the Page of Swords is here. Okay, Page of Swords is the Page of Swords is a card of I've identified this card as a card of intelligence and information. All right, but the Page of Swords is also really savvy. They are intelligent. They work strategically. They are witty. Okay, they think on their feet. Quick thinking, quick-witted. This is the energy the Democrats will be in. Okay, this Emperor energy, they're going to be in control of something. Okay, they're going to get it feels like with the Knight of Swords on top of this, on top of these two cards, the Magician and the Emperor. You know, the Knight, when you think of it, when you think of the Knight and you think of an Emperor, like the Knight is the one who comes in and, you know, the Knights, they represent their queen, king, you know, or emperor, or what have you. The Knight of Swords is about I need to breathe. There's so many words in my head. But the Knight of Swords comes in with the truth. You know, they come in with news, they rush in. They work strategically. There's mental sharpness and mental clarity. And then you have the Page there as well. That is like boosting that. This is you know, these are already boosted, these two major cards here. But when you add, and these three cards, but when you add the Knight and the Page, it's like super boosted mentally. Okay, so that's good energy for the Democrats to be in order to fight. All right, and so we have the Page of Cups here and the Two of Cups, and I've labeled these two cards. Page of Cup I've labeled as Mark Rutte and NATO, okay, as an ally card, and the Two of Cups is the ally card that I've labeled as. But also, with just the Democrats alone, there's something. It's like, it feels like, okay, so the Seven of Pentacles is about, this is the Seven of Pentacles, guys. It's about building something, making something flourish for the long term, okay? Security, stability, implementing plans and ideas, and you have the Ace of Pentacles as new beginnings, okay? They might get financially, they might come in better than what they think they're coming in, if that makes sense. But this feels like plans. Let me get what do I want make sure I grabbed the deck correctly. I did not. I need a clarifier for the Ace of Pentacles. The Nine of Cups. And the Chariot. This is what I'm saying. It's a big win. Something they were trying to accomplish might come through. Okay. Wow. And it will lead to contentment, satisfaction, a job well done. Wow. It feels like plans. It might have something to do with money. It might have something to do with foreign relations, because we start down here with the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is, you know, I've labeled that as the foreign card as well, you know, overseas. It looks like some sort of victory, something came through. The Chariot, you know, the Chariot is the card of battle. It is a card that, you know, you have the Emperor and the Chariot here in their energy. So you can't, you know, can't knock them down. By the end of this month, They will have a lot of successes, it feels like. It's good energy. Okay. So it seems like they're working, gathering information, implementing plans, letting their plans nourish. It will be successful. They will have whatever goals they set out for this month, it will be met with the Chariot there and the Emperor. And they have everything they need by mid-March, maybe even, the second week of March perhaps. They will have what they need with the Magician there. So it looks good for the Democrats for the month of March. Okay. Let's look at the Republicans. I always grab the deck crazy. Let's see. Just fixing the deck, making sure everything is upright the way it should be. Okay, these are the ones that I grab crazy. Okay. Alright. Fix those. Alright, so the Republicans. Republicans for the month of March. Actions. Interesting. Republicans for the month of March. Interesting. Yeah, it's par for the course with them, huh? Republicans for the month of March. Show me. Okay. Alright, so first thing I saw was the Ten of Cups. Then I saw did I see the Three of Wands? Then the Nine of Wands. Then the Five of Wands. And the Queen of Swords. Okay. So far we have the Ten of Cups, Three of Wands, Nine of Wands, Five of Wands, Queen of Swords. Okay. Let's see what's on. Yeah, that seems about right. Ten of Wands. Very burdensome for them. Starts off, they're looking waiting for something, but it's going to be rough. Three of Pentacles. Seven of Cups. Death. It's telling me it goes here. Queen of Cups. Interesting. This is interesting. This goes here. Eight of Cups in reverse. I fixed all the cards. You saw that. Eight of Cups in reverse. A reluctance to leave a situation that no longer serves you. Refusal to change due to fear. Interesting. Six of Swords. Six of Swords. Right here. Six of Wands. Tell me to put it here. The Hermit. Something's changing. Something will change with them. They have a lot of it goes here. They have a lot of thinking to do. They have to rework some things because they're coming in the month pretty good. They're feeling good coming into the month of March. You know, they're feeling even victorious. But you know what? This goes here. The World. This goes I'm gonna put it here. The Sun. Yeah, they're feeling great. They're feeling great. But there's a, there's like a, moving into calmer waters after chaos. It's a mixed bag because it's like, well, I get into it. Three of Cups. Yeah. Celebrate. Nine of Pentacles. No more. You. I knew it was there. I knew it. I knew it. You guys, I can't make this up. I can't make it up. I cannot make this up. I can't. I can't make it up. Third time in a row that I've pulled for them on camera and the Tower came out. They're feeling good. They're feeling good coming into the month of March. Okay? They're feeling victorious. They feel like things are settling in. They're getting money in their pockets. Okay, they're celebrating with the Three of Cups. With the Six of Wands, they're feeling victorious. The Seven of Cups, they're feeling like, oh, we have so many opportunities to choose from, but that's also an illusion. And I will tell you why. I will explain to you that yes, sure, this is the feeling that they feel not all of them, I could tell you that. With this energy up here, there words. Hold on, I need water. I'm going to tell you what the issue is. Okay? So yes, they're feeling successful. They're feeling the Queen of Cups is not their energy, by the way. This goes down here. This goes over here. Nor is the Queen of... Is that the King? That's the Queen of Swords. That's not their energy. Anyway, but you have the World coming into the month. They're feeling like things are coming full circle. They're feeling successful in that whatever plans they're implementing, it's progressive. You know, it's progressing. You know, with the Three of Wands here, they're waiting for something to come in and they're feeling positive about it. The Sun is there. They're feeling harmonious. You know, the Nine of Pentacles, they feel like money is going to grow. Money is going to come to them. All this energy here. The Three of Cups, they're celebrating. Okay, we know who the Three of Cups are, though. I've labeled them as the people that Joe Biden was pissed at. Okay, the Six of Swords, a card of healing, a card of moving from chaos into calmness. All right, as you move through the energy, we have the Nine of Wands there. It's hard. They going through it too. Five of Wands, okay, and everyone has their own agenda. No one's on the same page. It's also the card of exposure. I've labeled it. Eight of Cups in reverse. This is a warning. Eight of Cups is about you need to exit stage left because there's danger coming. But you refuse to, one, change. You refuse to leave a toxic situation for various reasons. Fear, you don't know what's in front of you. You don't know what your next journey is going to be. Okay, so there's some emotional there's a lot of cognitive dissonance in this reading, and I'm not just saying that because I don't like the Republicans. I see some successes here, but the other cards denote that it's with the Seven of Cups next to the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is a card of victory and having a good reputation, but the Seven of Cups is there next to it. And so to me, that denotes it's an illusion that you're actually, you might be celebrating too much. The Ten of Cups is here, you know. They're feeling harmonious. They're feeling great because they think they have it in the bag. But the Seven of Cups is here and saying, you might be doing too much. You might have to be discerning. You got to really, all these things that are being presented to you and all these things that appear to be good for you may not be. And the Six of Wands next to the Seven of Cups is like, you might want to slow down a little bit. Don't be too arrogant. Don't celebrate too fast, okay? Because you know why? The Tower, sudden upheaval. The carpet being pulled out from underneath you. Shock. Sudden change. I can't. Okay, so Nine of Wands is them, pushing through, persevering, you know, despite difficulty. And I think this Knight of Wands energy is not all the Republicans. It's the ones that are afraid, because I do see that there's people who are, there's the Five of Wands, people who are afraid up in there. They see that there's no government. Okay, so you have the Three of Pentacles. Here is a card of collaboration, and when you have the Five of Wands on top of it, a card of conflict, and people, you're trying to build a structure, and everyone's like, you're supposed to have, you know, when you're building a shelf, and you're like, take A, and there are 5 of them, and everyone's supposed to have A, but one has A and G and F, and no one's on the same page. Everyone has their own agenda, and this thing they're trying to build is not helping. It's not being built. So with the Three of Pentacles, this collaboration and trying to experiment and do something new, they can't implement anything. And that's always their downfall. Because it's meant to be. You have the Hermit here is urging, you know, they're at a crossroads. By the mid, coming into the month, let's say the first 2 weeks is going to look great for them. Okay? Or the first week. And that's probably what the Democrats is like, feeling very downtrodden in that beginning of the month energy. But as you move through the month, it becomes very messy. And this Hermit is like, you're at a crossroads now, and so you have to you have to think about where you want to go. Do you want to go left, or do you want to go right? Because there's sort of this thing happening within the Republican Party that, and with the Six of Swords moving up, it's like, yeah, transition is coming. The transformation is happening. You got to let go some things. You have to think about where you want to go as a party, because destruction is coming. It's coming. Just don't show up in the Democrats. This is the 3rd time. So, what's up? Queen of Swords, that's not their energy. This person, this thing is going to bring about this thing. It comes up all the time when I pull for them. And the Queen of Cups. Or the King of Cups. Okay? Truth. And the Queen of Cups. Compassion, empathy, you know, intuition, something, someone surrounding this. You have to let go of things that are no longer serving you. Transformation. 10 of Wands. Burdens. Let go of burdens. Okay? Come into the truth. You have to change. You have to change. They have to change. Will they? Will they? Maybe not. Okay? That's the Republicans. Good luck to them. Not really, but, you know. To the ones who want to change, I guess. I don't know. Who are they? They're quiet. Maybe not. Alright. I want to do... what do I want to do? What do I want to do? I want to... Let me see if anything will come of this alleged KGB story for Donald Trump that everyone knew already and everyone ignored. I'm just going to do this quick. Okay, interesting. That flipped over, the Emperor. Spirit, can you tell me what will become of this What will be the outcome of this revelation about Donald Trump being an agent since the 80s? So the Emperor came flipped over. Interesting. Okay, so the Emperor, the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Swords. Emperor, Ace of Wands, Knight of Swords. Queen of Swords. King of Swords, I mean. Ace of Cups. Okay. Don't know why that flipped over, but sure, we'll go with that. Alright, give me one final outcome card. What's the ultimate outcome of this? That's crazy the Tower came out for them again. That is crazy. But not really. Ultimate outcome of this. Oh my goodness. They told me to pull one more card. Okay, so Ten of Pentacles came out. Five of Cups came out. Put them up here. And Justice. The ultimate outcome? The ultimate outcome. What does the Ten of Pentacles mean? I don't know. On top of the Ace of Wands. Let me get a clarifier for that real quick. Ten of Pentacles. Well, actually, I don't have to do that because the Five of Cups is there. But the Two Cups behind it and the Justice card is behind the Five of Cups. Something will be called into question, perhaps. You never know, you know? You never know what people... You never know who's looking at what. But it feels like something could be possibly called into question. I'm going to get a clarifier for the Emperor. Give me a clarifier. Give me a clarifier for the Emperor. Give me a clarifier. Ten of Wands. Let's see what's on the bottom. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. There's a clarifier. Oh dear. Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords. And Kamala there is twice. Knight, the High Priestess, Justice. Oh dear. I mean, there's some truth. The Ace of Wands is the news, you know, about the Emperor. The Queen of Wands is there. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords. Feels like people just rushing in with more truths. With the King of Swords there, someone is looking at this information there. They are scrutinizing this information. Okay. Someone's looking at this information. And Justice is on top of the King of Swords. So perhaps someone may be looking to bring this to the legal system in some manner. With the Justice card there, it feels like the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups next to the Ace of Cups next to the King of Swords. The King of Swords, it feels like a person, most definitely. The Knight is the person who brought the info, or is, you know, it feels like searching for more info with the Knight of Swords. Look, the Revenge card is here. Abuse and neglect. That's what you know, what's interesting. When I was looking at the Ace of Cups, I was like, it feels like hurt. Like, you know, neighborhood. Outer space again. Interesting. Fake death again. One more. Love. Death. Love and death. Okay. I think something will come of it. It might have something to do with the legal system. Truth, more truth coming out. I see that. Okay, about bad stuff, abuse and neglect, more stuff that's not good. We have the Revenge card. Someone did this for revenge. He upset someone. Interesting. And this fake death always comes up. And it feels like someone who appears to have gone away or lost something. They're like, surprise. That's what it feels like. Surprise. This King of Swords here. Again, guys, this is Donald Trump's alleged KGB agents lore. What the outcome will be. This is definitely him. And this Queen of Swords feels like another person. A whistleblower, perhaps, or someone who's like, oh, interesting, let's do something with this information. But it won't be good. The ultimate outcome is the Ten of Pentacles and the Five of Cups, losing money, possibly losing something, with Justice coming on behind. Well, good luck, but not really. I do not wish you well in that standard. All right. What time is it? Okay. Let's do a KAMALA. I'm gonna do the OG cards. OG, triple OG. Let's see. Let's make sure these are. It seems like every time I check, it's like no matter how I fix it, somehow it just wants to come in reverse. It's very interesting. I can't wait to eat dinner. What time is it? Oh, it's only 3:30. Maybe I could eat dinner early. Okay. Oh, shoot. Kamala Harris for the month of March. Let's do that. Let's see what's going on there. Kamala Harris, can you show me please for the month of March? Actions. What's going on energetically? Okay. Knight of Cups. Two of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. She is juggling multiple priorities. Kamala Harris. New beginnings. The Fool. Stepping out of your comfort zone, taking risks. New beginnings. Kamala Harris. Month of March. Okay, show me. Oh, this what? Temperance. Healing. Emotional healing. Balance. I've been shuffling for a long time. Three of Wands there. Ten of Cups. Two of Swords. I'm not quite sure yet, but have faith. That's what you said. This goes here. Actually, it doesn't go there. It goes. Let's see what's it. I feel like it goes. You guys wouldn't believe what card I'm holding in my hand. It might go here. The Empress. Also, I just remembered when I picked this up, another image they showed me. The first image they showed me in the scrying mirror was a female face. It was like really big. It felt like feminine energy. Okay. I don't think the Two of Swords goes here. I feel like it doesn't. I feel like it goes here for some reason. Seven of Pentacles. She always gets the Seven of Pentacles. Five of Swords. Winning at all costs. Winning an argument, perhaps. This goes up here. Five of Pentacles. It goes right over here. Three of Cups. Wait, let me make sure because I might have to shuffle. Yeah, I gotta shuffle because it's the same cards as it's the same. I knew it. That's why I was shuffling for so long. So it was the same cards as that I just had pulled for the Republicans. And it didn't feel like her cards. Now if they come up again, they're her cards. Okay, Six of Cups. There's that King of Cups. They weren't bad cards, that just wasn't her cards. Five of Cups. Where does that go? It goes here. There's some, what is she coming into? Coming into the month of March. Nine of Swords. Something causing some worry. Some sort of conflict. I feel like this goes here. I don't know why. There's a lot of energy down there. The Moon. I'm trying to think of her, remember her messages. This goes here. There's some chaos and confusion. Maybe some information. Hold on. Just making sure these aren't all the same cards as before. Okay, no. Alright. So we have the Ten of Pentacles. It was this way, yeah. Okay. There's a lot of confusion coming into the month. A feeling of lack, too. It doesn't feel like good energy. Emotionally, you know, with the Two of Swords there, well, I'll get into it. Let me just keep pulling. Queen of Swords. This goes here. Ace of Cups. Goes here. We have the World. The King of Wands. One more. The Knight of Wands. What's here? Yeah, it's the same energy. Keep coming up. Knight of Wands. That goes here. Okay. Alright, so down here we have the Five of Pentacles. Okay. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Two of Swords. We have the Five of, a lot of fives. Five of Cups. Two of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups. The Nine of Swords on top. The Moon over there. Okay. And coming into the month of March for Kamala, it feels confusing. It feels like what's the word? A stagnant energy. Okay. With the Knight of, well, you know, with the Knight of Cups there, it's like I don't know why it's about creative expression, and I keep hearing the word creative expression. Sort of feels like not knowing what decision to make, or feeling like you can't quite make a decision yet. With the Two of Swords here on top of the Knight of Cups. And the Two of Pentacles, you're trying to balance a lot of things. You're trying to prioritize things. And there could be a feeling of a lack of support with the Five of Pentacles coming in. Just like the Democrats, it's sort of the same energy, which I think is interesting. The Five of Swords here is a card of conflict, you know. It's about winning at all costs. And it feels very like a conflicted energy here. And the Knight of Swords is on top. And that, you know, whatever this is, this stress or this, you know, worry, this anxiety, this feeling of loss coming into the month of March, it's very interesting. You know, the Five of Cups has two cups standing behind, and it encourages you to you know, the Five of Cups is a card of grief and loss, losing something, someone, you know, a relationship or an actual person, and it encourages healing. There's always two cups standing. The moon is here. Feels like with the Knight of Cups and the moon, it just feels like, oh, I hold no illusions about my situation or this situation. Okay. It's like being underwater. Yeah, it's a naked person. Is it? No, it's the moon. It's again, the feminine energy here is here again. You know, with the moon. That's what it feels like also. It's like what's happening is you're slowly coming out of this heaviness and moving into something lighter, sharper, okay? Because as this moon here is doing something. The moon is like things hidden, but it also feels incredibly feminine coming out, okay, from this loss. The Fool here is new beginnings, and you're like, F it, I'm gonna just do it. I'm taking a leap of faith. It's a card of yes. Okay, and then you have the Ten of Pentacles on top of the Fool. Ten of Pentacles, you know, is a card of harmony. Ten of Pentacles is also stability, long-term security for your future. Financially, it's about, you know, it's about money. I feel like this is a spiritual reading, it feels like, and like a life purpose sort of thing. She has 1, 2, that's the Six of Pentacles, 3 major cards. Okay. So by the beginning of the month, coming into the month of March, it's going to be heavy for her, it feels like. But as she moves into mid-March, the second week, perhaps the third week, things start to pick up and things start to really lift up, because the Fool is like freedom. It's like a carefree energy, and it's on top of the moon. And the Ten of Pentacles is on top there. It's a good solid energy to move into. Then we have Temperance. Temperance is the card of, you know, modesty, doing things moderately, you know, having a balance. And down here it feels like, oh, I'm doing too much, you know. This energy is sort of like a lot. But then she moves into this more balanced approach. Okay, it's also a card of healing, a card of knowledge, a card of intuition, emotional healing, emotional balance. Okay, and the Six of Cups always comes up for her, and I always said that is her mom's lessons, the things her mother told her. This will aid her with the Temperance. You know, Temperance is about passing on wise information too. Okay, and so with the Six of Cups here, I always say, like, that's her mom's energy. Her mom giving her that, this is what you know, this is who you are, sort of thing, those lessons she take on. And this Queen of Swords is her. Okay, she's analyzing things, information, bringing the truth, standing in her truth of who she is, perhaps. scrutinizing, looking at things. It feels serious, this energy, but also there's a levity with the Queen of Swords. That's her energy. King of Cups, 10 of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. Emotional, you have Temperance, King of Cups, and 10 of Cups, okay? Emotionally, she is so on point, okay? Harmonious in her relationships, harmonious in her relationship with herself. The Knight of Wands rushes in with information, and it's next to the Queen of Swords. So she's really having a good balance between her logical side and her emotional side. Okay, it doesn't feel, as she moves through the month, it feels more surefire of what she's doing. The energy of the Two of Swords and the Five of Swords energy is sort of like that. She ripped that blindfold off. Okay. Wow. So the Knight of Wands is really they rush in with action. They take action. It's inspired action. It's new action. It's energetic action. And the Seven of Pentacles is like your just plans you're implementing. You're nourishing them. You're making them grow. Okay, I mean, and we have the Divine Feminine, the Empress here. This is how she will end the month. And that Empress energy, and we have the Ace of Cups. Like I said, feeling good about herself, filling her cup, feeling renewed in a sense, feeling ready to move forward. Okay. It looks good for her. I see her working. I see her taking action. I see her building or rebuilding. Okay. Stable foundation for herself. Coming back into herself, it feels like. I feel like February was tough. In a sense that it was a lot. It's a lot happening this month that, we're moving into March. And I feel like for a lot of people, it was a tough month. And she was one of them. Okay, but March looks really good. I see like a big shift in energy away from stagnant and being stuck into like a completely different whatever her channel messages meant. This is what it's about. Okay. All right, guys, so that's Kamala. Let's end here. I'm going to pull one more card. Path of Light. I'm going to pull one for Kamala and one for the collective, okay? So let's do Kamala first, and then we will end. So it says rebirth. What did I just say? That's crazy. What did I just say? You guys asked me why I don't wear glasses. I have glasses here. They hurt my ears when I wear them with the headphones, so I don't wear them. But I also lost numerous glasses and broken them as well. So alright, rebirth. Every day is an opportunity for a fresh start. I embrace the cycle of life, knowing that every ending is followed by a new beginning. In each moment, I am reborn, constantly evolving and becoming the highest version of myself. And that's what I saw in those cards. We can always go higher. This is for Kamala. All right, let's pull for us. I'm going to shuffle 3 times. And we got positive thinking. Yes, we need that. We need it. All right, my life is, hold on. My life is filled with small moments of light. I choose to focus on things that bring me joy and happiness. With each positive thought, my mind is gently calmed, and I invite more peace and light into my life, allowing it to guide me toward tranquility. Okay, I like that. Positive thinking. And that's the energy. All right, guys. That's it. That's all I have. I hope you have a great weekend. I will see you on Monday. Do something you enjoy. Do something restorative. Okay? And we're moving into March. Like I said, I feel a big shift. That Kamala dream meant something. And hopefully we will see what that is. Okay? Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.